Hey everyone, my name is Tori, aka Nostalgic Thread. Here's another video. You have to stay inside because you're a naughty boy.
Good morning, YouTube.
There you go.
Thank you.
He's okay. Anyways, welcome back to another video. My name is Tori, aka Nostalgic Threads. Today is gonna be a nice chill with me video. Today is Friday, the day before Silver Lake. I am doing Silver Lake on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. I know a lot of my content has been focused on flea markets lately, but I also wanted to talk about Depop, and I was just gonna talk about how I got started on Depop, what it took to become a top seller. Once this weekend is over, I'm taking a weekend off of doing flea markets and going to be focusing more on Depop for a little bit. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about the things that I've done to become a top seller, what I do on Depop, what I've tried, what things worked for me, tips I've gotten from Depop. Keep on watching, and yeah, it'll be a chill one. Let's hang out today. Even Charlie wants to hang. Today. Sky's sleeping, hen is perching. I have to organize and price this rack. Whatever is right here is going to be on sale. Char, you guys. Here's the spring rack that I just need to go over pricing. We got the Virgil Abloh Planned Parenthood shirt. We got army pants. I picked these up at Rose Bowl because I liked this color. They're usually in dark colors. It's cold in LA again. Just trying to be cozy. Trying not to be so bummy all the time. Haha, shop bummy, get it? Haha. Alright, so it's Friday, day before Silver Lake, so I'm getting ready. I wanted to do a little Depop video. People have been asking me about how I do Depop, how I run my business, how I do markets and everything, so I wanted to do a video about Depop. I'm going to be taking a break for a week so I can focus on my online business. I do have my own website, my own Depop shop, so make sure to check it out. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram for more. I'm going to be doing weekly vlogs here, so stay tuned. So someone recently asked me about how I got started on Depop, and I wanted to make a video since I've been a top seller for about 2 years. I've been on Depop for about 3 years, taking it seriously for about 2.5 years now. So I started my Depop shop back in 2019, I think. I worked at a place where a lot of girls, they were on Depop, and they told me that I should get on it because at the time I only pretty much sold on like Poshmark. I didn't really know about Depop like that, and when I was into vintage it was more of like a hobby because I would go to all the flea markets in LA Wasn't necessarily like reselling everything. I was more collecting. It was my hobby because I also had like a 9-to-5. I worked at a brand, was focused on vintage, and it was a lot of girls that were around my age, you know, right out of college, so they were hip to Depops. I started giving it a shot. I wanted to like just sell some of my stuff just for fun. It was never something I thought I could do as a full-time job. But then October of 2019, people started to get let go from my job, and I thought, okay, maybe I need to think about something else. While I was at my job, I kind of learned about how wholesale vintage works and started networking while I was at flea market. And thought about doing my own brand at the time, since things at my job seemed like it was starting to go south. Vintage was something that I was really passionate about. I just wanted to work for a brand that did it instead of having to necessarily invest my own money, time, and like having to do everything on my own. Like sometimes when things are happening, you just have to take a leap of faith in order to do what you want to do. Because yeah, the brand wasn't promoting the things I wanted to promote. So then at the end of 2019, I filed for the Nostalgic Threads LLC so I could start doing wholesale. And I don't know, just like learning more about like the business side about vintage, more than just, you know, going to thrift stores, going to flea markets, but to like network with other wholesale vendors, rag houses, for example, so I could just go there, buy everything without having to pay tax. That's the benefit of having the wholesale license. If doing resale or doing vintage is something that you're really passionate about and you want to take it to the next level, I do recommend getting a business license and a wholesale license, so you can, one, sell at flea markets if you want to do like a pop-up shop or anything like that, and then two, being able to buy vintage wholesale. It's an expense. It's definitely an expense because most places require you to spend a minimum, but if you're taking this seriously, then it's worth it. Obviously, you have to know what you're sourcing, so it's up to you to do all the research. So by fall of 2019, I started getting a couple thousand followers on Depop just because I was updating every day. I feel like that was before the whole Depop boom happened during the pandemic is what I'm referring to. I started taking it seriously. I made an Instagram account for my Depop page so I could start marketing. I think it's because I had a collection of stuff. My Depop was pretty curated. It wasn't necessarily me like going out and thrifting all the time. I already had a collection that I was selling. I think that's kind of what drew people to my Depop account in the beginning. I had a lot of cartoon t-shirts, Looney Tune t-shirts, Nike, Reebok, like 80s, 90s retros. December of 2019, I decided to leave my job and pursuing what I wanted to do, which was starting my own brand where I could have full creative direction and be able to curate things how I wanted to. I knew it was a lot of work, but I worked for a ton of fashion companies where I did a lot of photo shoot production, a lot of wholesale, website, back-end stuff. So I've kind of done everything when it comes to marketing and working for a brand. So I knew I could do it on my own if I wanted to. I was working so hard at my jobs anyways, I might as well just do it for myself. So yeah, Nostalgic Threads was born January of 2020. Starting to post on Depop every day because that's all I did. I didn't have a job anymore, so I was just doing that all day, every day. Because I was so consistent on the app, posting at least Monday through Friday posting, and it was just kind of like a cycle, so I always had things on deck to post, be active, be posting. Depop likes that. At the time, at least in my opinion, it was easier to get onto the Explore page and get featured on the Explore page. That is key to driving traffic to your page, is trying to get featured on the Explore page or meet the seller tile or anything like that on the Depop homepage. I forget exactly like what the first item that I got featured, but I believe it was early in 2020, and that's kind of what started the traction that my page needed to blow up. So it was like early 2020, I started getting more items featured. My page was just starting to blow up on Depop in general. I wouldn't necessarily say your item always sells when it gets featured. It's just good because it drives a lot of traffic to your page, and I feel like that's the point of being on an online platform. Otherwise you would just run your own website. The benefit of being on Depop is that it already has a marketplace for Gen Z, upcycle, streetwear, 70s stuff, true vintage. I also feel like Depop does a good job of working with influencers and celebrities, so it kind of just draws in people that are, you know, hip to what's now, and people that don't necessarily have the means to go thrift or find all these items in the wild on their own. That's what Depop is good for, and I feel like that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy curating what I feel like is a collection of items that are personal to my own style, and I'm working every day to expand to have more inclusive sizing. My goal for this year is to be able to work with more models so I can show off different body types within my shop. That's something I want to do. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram at nostalgic.threads, because yeah, I do a ton of photo shoots with my sister Shop Bummy. Make sure to give her a follow as well. She does a lot of the photo shoots for me. With doing this full time and running my own business, it's hard, so it's nice to have her to help me do a lot of the creative stuff. So I think the main thing, if you want to do Depop full time or at least take Depop seriously, is being consistent. You have to be posting every day. Consistency is key. I'm posting first thing in the morning, usually when I wake up around like 8 or 9 o'clock. I'll do that, then I'll eat breakfast, do a couple of like other things. Around lunchtime, I'll try to post again. Like maybe I'll post like, I don't know, like 3 to 5 listings at each time. And then maybe I'll take some more pictures in the afternoon. At the end of the day, I'll post a little bit more. I feel like just hitting like times when, you know, like you think you would logically be checking your phone, that's the time that I try to post. So I try to post morning when you first would check your phone before you start your day, lunchtime when you take your lunch break in the middle of the day, the end of the day when you're done like with work in theory. Because you know, I imagine when you're scrolling on Depop, it's the beginning of the day if you're looking for something that you want to buy for the weekend. Lunchtime when you're on a break from work. You know, times when you'd be on social media, I feel like that's also a time that someone would be on Depop. So that's how I kind of like think about the timing of when I would post. And I don't know, you have to try out different things and see what works best for you. Different things work for different people, you know? And like also, growth isn't linear. Just because things aren't happening right away doesn't mean what you're doing isn't working. Just staying consistent is what's important to Depop. It's like anything else, you just have to like wake up, do it every day, promote yourself. Another thing that I think is really important on Depop is having good product shots. If you aren't someone that has access to like a backdrop or a studio or anything like that to do fancy on-body shots, just make sure you have good lighting somewhere, or go outside and do flat lays on the ground. I've also gone to the dollar store to just get like foam core boards or like poster boards to lay on the ground so I could do flat lays, and then I use the photo room app to cut everything out. I pay for it. I think it's worth the investment. If doing a more in-depth Depop video is something that's interesting to you, comment below and I'll definitely work on a video like that. But besides staying consistent, I feel like a curated shop is generally better. Or if you're doing a bunch of stuff, if you're doing high volume, then I think you want to have more affordable pricing. When you're more curated, more of a reason for someone to pay up for you. Like some of the best Depop shops like iGirl, they do a really good job of curating the goth and punk and emo aesthetic. Either developing a niche of what you specialize in curating. Personally, I think it's better to curate your shop and focus on a niche. That's at least what I do with Nostalgic Threads. I'm a 90s kid. I focused on a lot of like 90s cartoons, 90s silhouettes, early 2000s silhouettes, just because that's nostalgic to my childhood. When you're starting your shop, it's important to think about your personal style, the personal message you want. One of my last tips, staying organized. I think it helps that I do flea markets. I always have things hung by category, like women's wear, unisex pants, skirts, sets, dresses, shorts. I try as I get new things in, just organize it accordingly. Or I also have a giant pile of clothes that I need to shoot, so I have all the things that need to be shot organized. I think developing a system is also key to being a good Depop seller. You need to be organized. You need to be able to find your items quickly so you can ship it. Yeah, so I'm trying to stay on top of organizing my inventory at least like once a week, or I guess twice a week. Once before the flea market and once after the flea market when I'm putting it away. Staying consistent is important. Finding your niche, defining you. There's so many shops out there today. It's, well, what makes your shop special? It's just something that's important to think about when doing anything you want to do, not even just Depop, like just with like life. But yeah, this weekend I have Silver Lake on Saturday. I'm doing it by myself, and then on Sunday I'm gonna be doing it with my sister. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing another back-to-back flea market vlog. I'm thinking of switching up how I do that content because like at this point, y'all seeing me set up and everything might get repetitive, but I don't know. If you like it, let me know. I think I'm gonna try to do a different type of video this weekend, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, click that bell, and hit the notification button so you don't miss a video. I'm trying to be more consistent on YouTube. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, so thank you if you've made it this far. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'm just gonna start organizing, pricing everything, getting everything ready for the weekend. Maybe I'll show a little bit of that. The next vlog, it will be Silver Lake. So it's Friday, it's 1:32 p.m. It's such a nice day today. I'm gonna relax, price my items out, get ready, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.